Wanchong's thunderous roar silenced everyone. They stared at the general, whose eyes were bloodshot and whose body trembled with rage, momentarily speechless. Naturally, they understood Wanchong's pain and shared in his anger. That was why their emotions had flared so violently just moments before. However, as soldiers, they had to keep their emotions in check. This was a basic discipline they were trained for. Until they received direct orders, no matter how deep their hatred, they had to endure. Of course, though they endured it, the fire in their hearts didn't diminish. Instead, it continued to build, growing hotter and fiercer by the second. They were only waiting for the final moment to erupt completely. In the midst of the heavy atmosphere, 3 black sedans suddenly sped onto the scene, coming to a precise halt at the front gate. The moment the soldiers saw the license plate of the lead car, they immediately made way, parting into a path through their densely packed formation. Their long-awaited leader, Second Prince, had finally arrived. As the car door opened, Second Prince stepped out, followed closely by 5 elderly men dressed in traditional Tang suits. These 5 old men varied in height and build, some tall and lean, others short and stout, but they all wore the same attire, and each radiated an immense, unrestrained aura. Even just standing there silently, they exuded the oppressive presence of towering mountains. These 5 were top-tier experts meticulously trained by the force backing Second Prince. Among them, 4 were grandmasters at their peak, and the tall, lean man leading them had already reached the level of an ultimate grandmaster. 1 ultimate grandmaster and 4 peak grandmasters. Such a force was enough to dominate an entire region no matter where they went. In the country, only top sects like the Sword Sect, the Celestial Alliance, or the Mystic Arts Order could field such powerful individuals. Of course, transcendental forces like Longhu Mountain were exceptions. When it came to raw martial power, Second Prince was the strongest among all the princes. His confidence in vying for the title of Crown Prince stemmed entirely from the backing of this powerful faction. Your Highness! The god King Zeus is still inside, and every incense sticks time. Someone inside is killed. Should we launch an attack now? The moment Second Prince stepped out of the car, Wanchong rushed forward to request orders, fury burning in his eyes. The hatred inside him had reached a boiling point. A full assault is unwise. Guard all entrances and exits. Wait for my command! Second Prince's expression was grim. He had already seen the broken corpses at the gate. In the past, such a sight would have triggered immediate retaliation from him. But he remembered Eugene Montgomery's words: unless absolutely necessary, he must not engage in a death match with the Pantheon gods. Even if they won, the cost would be devastating. Masters, to prevent any mishaps, I need you 5 to form a formation and completely seal off this entire estate. Second Prince turned to the tall, lean old man and spoke. No problem. The old man nodded, then quickly gave his orders. Second and third, take up positions to the south and north. 4th and 5th, go east and west. I'll take the center. Let's make those bastards inside feel the wrath of our formation. Yes. The 4 elders didn't waste a word. They replied in unison, then turned into shadows and flew in 4 directions, north, south, east, and west, where they took up positions in the air. Meanwhile, the tall, lean elder leapt into the air and flew directly above the estate. Activate the formation! With a light shout, the elder raised both hands and began forming seals. All 5 of them glowed with a bloody red aura. Rise! Once their seals were complete, they pointed toward the sky simultaneously. 5 streaks of blood-colored light shot up and converged about 100 meters in the air, forming into a large, glowing blood-red sphere. As they continued pouring energy into it, the sphere rapidly expanded, growing larger and larger. Within a few breaths, it had grown into a massive orb 5 meters in diameter. But it wasn't over yet. Once the energy was fully charged, the 5 of them bit their fingertips and formed seals again. Then, with another forceful point toward the blood-red orb, Blood Fiend formation of the 5 elements, seal! Their voices rang out in unison. The next moment, the blood-red orb exploded with dazzling light. A crimson membrane expanded rapidly outward, centered on the orb. Within just a few breaths, the membrane had enveloped the entire estate. From the outside, it looked like the whole mansion was sealed within a giant blood-red eggshell. Once the formation was complete, the crimson shield gradually faded and eventually vanished entirely, as if it had never existed. Of course, the this was only an illusion. At any moment, with a single thought from the 5 of them, the shield could reappear instantly. This was their ultimate technique, the blood fiend formation of the 5 elements. This formation was both offensive and defensive. It could even enhance the power of those within it. Most importantly, it allowed the 5 of them to share their cultivation, effectively combining their strength. Unless someone with 10 times their power struck the formation directly, it would be impossible to break. Your Highness, the formation is complete. You can now enter without worry. As long as we 5 are here, no one can touch you. From above, the elder's confident voice echoed down. Many thanks to my masters for your aid. After cupping his fists in thanks to the 5 of them, Second Prince strode into the estate, accompanied by his commander Wanchong.
Just can't accept it. This can't be the end yet. You promised to never leave, and now you're gone. Can't believe I can feel the world slipping away as you slowly fade from my everyday. You promised forever a love without end, but now I'm left broken, struggling to mend. I thought we were so tight, destined for a lifetime, love with no end, love with no end. Staying in my imagination, memorizing the past time, the secrets, the love, the care, now they're echoes in the air. I still see your face in every place, feel your warmth, your gentle grace, but now there's just an empty space, and I'm lost in this endless chase. Keeping you in my heart, a piece of you I'll never let go. Though distance brings separation, in my heart